everyone, it's Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for day 3 of Scraptember grid design. So today I am using the super cute 2x2 cards that I got in my Paige Evans Pick Me Up collection. I thought they'd be a little bit hard to use, so I decided to smash as many of them as I could on a layout altogether. So I went ahead and laid a 5x5 grid out on my page. Then I got a matching second color and I either cut it into a triangle, or I might have cut the square just a little bit smaller so you can sort of layer them on top of each other. I roughed up the edges of each one and then I stuck them down. So each image on the grid has at least 2, if not 3 layers of paper. Just to add a little bit of texture, I did the roughing of the edges, and I just loved the layers because that created so many different color focal points. As I said, I did try and color match, so I left the pinks with the pinks and the yellows with the yellows and the teals with the teals and that kind of thing. But in some cases as well, I just went with what I felt looked nice and looked good. I didn't overthink the placement or anything like that. I just made sure there weren't 2 colors exactly next to each other. And I didn't overthink the text that was going out on top, because I knew I was going to end up covering quite a bit of it with my photos and title and things anyway. So I've gone ahead and adhered my 2 photos. They are a 3x3 square. And I have also gone ahead and popped on my title. Again, this title is a little bit random. It's kind of that kind of title that I find a little bit challenging to use. And this is going to be the very last page of my 2014 album. So I thought that might be just a little handy. It's going to be the story is going to be continued in my 2015 album. So I thought, why not? I'll just go ahead and use that title for this. So now I'm looking through the Pick Me Up ephemera to see what ephemera I can use. I've kind of got the idea that I want to color match. I want to do a bit of tone on tone action with what is happening with the grids. But a lot of this ephemera doesn't really match all that well with the feel of the layout. I do manage to get a few bits and pieces on, but not that many. I did have a play with putting a frame around one of my photos, but it was going to be a little bit off now that the pictures are already stuck down, so I put that aside. I do have a few pieces of chipboard, which a lovely lady from America posted to me, along with a whole bunch of the Paige Evans stickers. So I'm super thrilled that I can use some of these different Paige Evans collections as part of my Pick Me Up kit. You can see there, I think those are the whimsical stickers, and I have a bunch of other ones as well that this lovely lady gifted to me, so thank you very much. While I am going ahead and playing with my stickers here, I'm going to make some floral clusters. I'm going to talk to you about day 3 grid design and who our special guests are today. So of course we've got Laura Alberts joining us. She is over on the channel linked down below, so make sure you pop down and check out her. Obviously, she is joining us every single day of Scraptember. We also have Katelyn joining us today. She is from the blog grayflorals.com, but she obviously also has a YouTube channel, so definitely check her out on YouTube. She is Katelyn, Katelyn. And then her surname is, I think you pronounce it Clary, Clary, Clary. So definitely check her out over on her YouTube channel. She is fabulous. She has got, what kind of videos has she got? She's part of Hops. She's got process videos. She has got sketch layout. She's got stamping videos. She has got using 6x6 paper pads. She has the works. So I highly recommend either popping over to her blog or popping over to her YouTube channel to check out all the bits and pieces that you can see over on Katelyn's pages, Katelyn's socials. So I mentioned before I started talking about our fabulous special guests that I'm going to make my own little floral clusters. So I put all of the florals and sort of randomly stuck them on top of each other on this piece of card. All the leaves and all the single photographs. And I'm making a little floral cluster that I am now going to fussy cut out that I can just use as one piece to adhere to my layout. I could, of course, built all of that on my layout, but it was a little bit tricky because obviously stickers are a little bit flimsy, and I also because my photo stuck up on foam, I didn't necessarily have something to sort of anchor it to. So I decided I was better off sticking it onto this, and I actually used some packaging, so a piece of card, and I did that on purpose as well, just to have a bit more weight to it. I wanted it to be like a piece of ephemera, and I wanted it to be sturdy. So once I have gone ahead and fussy cut these out, they will be ready to add as little clusters around my photographs. I didn't cut exactly flush with the flowers. I did leave a little bit of white space that you can see when you look closely there at those little clusters. So they're going to stick exactly where I've placed them now on a little bit of foam, but I'm also going to go ahead and get the cluster that is already a full sticker, and I'm going to pop it in the third spot that I didn't have any ephemera for. And that's going to be sort of the main gist of my entire embellishing on this. I feel like there's quite a lot going on with the grid, with all the different colors, and there's so many little pictures and things happening in the grid that I don't want to, in inverted commas, ruin the effect that background has by then adding too much ephemera. So I'm just going to keep it sort of relatively simple. I am trying to find a few other bits and pieces that I can add a little bit of tone on tone into the different grids with, but there's not a lot that I want to end up using. Just quickly flicking through the other pages of the sticker book, but yeah, I think I'm going to keep it fairly simple. I do want that little bird to go up there because he's cute and he color matches, and my necklace that I'm wearing in the photograph has got birds on it. And then I do go ahead and put that coffee mug over in the navy. I'm not 100% sold on that coffee mug. I might actually end up taking it off and leaving that blank. I do end up using some of the little tiny stickers. I feel like they work a little bit better as a color match and the look that I'm going for. I think that's a little bit more subtle and a little bit cuter. So I do go ahead and put those on. I try and put on a few other bits and pieces, but they're just not going to work. I realized later I actually have the thickers that came with this collection, but I didn't have them in my kit for some random reason. I'd put them in with all of my other thickers and I'd forgotten. I possibly could have got a few more bits and bobs from that, but that'll have to be for next time. Just pulling out some enamel dots because I think they're going to work really well as just a little bit more color matching on here, and then I'm going to be finished. So I hope you have enjoyed following along with this layout. Maybe I have inspired you to give a little mini grid like this a try. Maybe you've got some of those 2x2s at home as well and you weren't sure what to do with them. This is a great way to use a lot of them. I used more than half, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Again, don't forget to check that description box down below to hop on over to Katelyn's page and to also hop on over to Laura Albert's. If you want to join the Facebook group, I will link that down below. That is the Scraptember Facebook group where people from home are also participating in our prompts and sharing the layouts that they create. We'd love to have you join us and participate, or even just check out what the other members of our group are getting up to. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for all of your time and I will see you next time. Happy crafting and stay scrappy.